In today's video, we're talking a massive sequel potentially being in development for the PlayStation 5. Job listings are suggesting a Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order 2 sequel is already in development. Speaking of PlayStation, we're still on PlayStation 4 and a brand new system update has been rolled out today, and it's a typical update improving system performance, but I did want to note that Capcom has filed some very interesting trademarks for Dino Crisis, Power Stone, Darkstalkers, and more fan favorites that have been missing for quite a while. Does that mean these series can come back? I would say there's a pretty good chance, and World War Z's Horde mode has dropped, and I do want to highlight that as that game from Saber Interactive is continuing to get free updates. We'll talk that briefly at the end of this video. But as I mentioned at the top, job listing suggests a Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order sequel is already in development. Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order has been out on PlayStation 4 for a little bit, and thank God it was a great game. It was really contingent upon Respawn to deliver a high-quality Star Wars title after the train wrecks that were Star Wars Battlefront 1 and 2. I would even say that Battlefront 2 at this point is a good game, but obviously most of you guys probably know Battlefront 2 from how it initially was received back in 2016 or 2017. The years honestly escaping me now. Battlefront 2 was 2017 now that I think about it, but that game had a very rocky launch, and the game is much better now. However, it just does not have that attention that it did back in 2017. But Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, it came out, Respawn did a great job with it. It's a single-player Star Wars title, and it is excellent. It's garnering a lot of love from players and critics alike, and it's still the early days, but a sequel seems to be in development. A trio of jobs over on EA's recruitment website describe openings at the Californian studio, specifically senior character artist, level designer, and senior software engineer. All three specify Respawn's Star Wars team, and the latter makes mention of a third-person action-adventure title. That sounds like more Fallen Order to me, and you would think that this would ultimately be a PlayStation 5 game. Now, how soon of a release could we get this? I could see it not being all too far off if it is a follow-up to Fallen Order, just because at this point you're building upon the fundamentals that Fallen Order had in place. Now, yes, if you're going on the PlayStation 5, the expectations for visuals are going to be much higher, but once you have that fundamental base in place, game development starts to progress a lot quicker, and I imagine we would see that in Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. Just look at the time difference between Battlefront 1 and 2. There was only 2 years between those two games. I could see 2 to 3 years until Jedi Fallen Order 2 or whatever third-person action Star Wars title Respawn is working on comes out, and that would bring us to 2021 or 2022, which in all honesty isn't that far away. That would be what, 1 year into the life cycle of the PlayStation 5? That's not too deep, and I could really see Respawn establishing themselves as one of EA's top tier studios. With the falling apart of BioWare, you really need, from an EA standpoint, to establish some of those studios that are seen as elite game development studios. BioWare is no longer in that caliber. They can absolutely get back there if they deliver some high quality games back to back. However, at this point, BioWare is absolutely not where they were probably, half a decade to a decade ago. In the case of Respawn, they are really on the come up. Titanfall and Titanfall 2 were great. Apex Legends was received rather well, and now we have Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. Whenever they've been putting out a game, it kind of has that stamp of approval, like, yeah, this is a Respawn game and it's gonna be pretty good. As far as the Jedi Fallen Order sequel goes, however, do take it with a grain of salt for now. I imagine we wouldn't hear about it for quite a while, either E3 next year or the following year's E3, but it is good to see that Star Wars is going to continue to get some quality titles. And remember, Battlefront 2 now is a really good game. If you guys played through Jedi Fallen Order and you want more Star Wars from a video game form, try Battlefront 2 now in 2019 because the game is quite good. You see that IGN just updated their own review of the title, and they have adjusted the score all the way up to an 8.8, which is pretty good given the state that game was in back in 2017. Now it is a really good multiplayer shooter, and I would say give it a look if you do want more Star Wars in a video game form. Alright, moving on from that, PlayStation 4 System Update 7.02 is currently being rolled out, which is aimed to improve system performance. Last week, we had Update 7.01, and it was focused on improving console system stability. This brand new system update is to improve the PlayStation 4 system performance. The update weighs in at 448 megabytes, and as with most of Sony's firmware updates, patch notes are almost absent. Interestingly, it is exactly the same size as Update 7.01, so exactly what this update is doing, I'm guessing updating system performance, and hey, at the very least, it's good to see that Sony continues to consistently roll out system updates. Go ahead and boot up your PlayStation 4 and download it for yourself so you can enjoy some improved system performance. Is it something you're going to notice right away by updating your console and then realizing your PS4 is a lot faster? No, not necessarily. However, if you collectively look at the updates all altogether, if you compare a PS4 that's say on update 1.1 or 1.2, and then you compare it to a more recent update, you can actually see that the PlayStation 4 performs much smoother if you do have a more recent update, which is something interesting to note. Alright, moving on from that, Capcom has filed some very interesting trademarks. We know that Capcom is all on board with reviving some old franchises, old games. Hey, they're bringing back old Resident Evil games, they brought back Devil May Cry, Mega Man is in again, and now Capcom has filed some new trademarks hinting at Dino Crisis, Power Stone, Darkstalkers, and more. Here's the rundown of all of the franchises that they have trademarked, and there's some interesting ones here. Dino Crisis, Darkstalkers, Power Stone, Bionic Commando. I would love to see more Bionic Commando. Mega Man Legends. I know everybody that's a Mega Man fan wants Mega Man Legends 3. You've got Cyberbots, Puzzle Fighter, Breath of Fire. That's another great one. Ghosts and Goblins, Rival School, Strider. Another great one. Samurai Sword, Power Gear, Pro Gear, Last Duel, Captain Commando, Vulgus, Black Tiger, and many more. It is just great to see a publisher really rise up through the ranks and establish themselves as one of the top publishers in the industry. So much times we see headlines come out about an EA or an Activision doing all this shady stuff and anti-consumer policies or whatever the case may be, and I think both of those publishers have actually been okay over the last year or so. It hasn't been a complete train wreck, but from a Capcom standpoint, and they don't get enough recognition for this, they get a little bit, but it seems like people like to focus on the negative more so than the positive. But look at Capcom as a whole. They are just firing on all cylinders. All of the games that they put out turn out to be very good, from Mega Man 11, Devil May Cry 5, Resident Evil 7, Resident Evil 2, Monster Hunter World. They are just delivering on all fronts, and then you've also got all of these remasters they're putting out, the Mega Man collections, Okami HD, Onimusha, and they've got a plethora of unique and compelling IPs to work with from their legacy. Yeah, I would love to see them create some new IPs as well, but when you have this clamoring for more Mega Man, more Bionic Commando, more Dino Crisis, I would love to see a new Breath of Fire. Why, when you have these established franchises that have been neglected and ignored for so long, and there's already that clamoring for more games in these franchises, why make new franchises right away? Why not give some of these franchises some light? Because right away, when you bring out a new Dino Crisis, there's gonna be that contingency of people that are immediately excited, and then you just build upon that fundamental base. With a new IP, yes, it's great, you can create something new and compelling, however, it is work just to get people invested, just to win people over. You can if you do have something unique and something cool enough, but with a lot of these IPs, you already have that base there. You'd already have that base with a Dino Crisis, you'd already have that base with a Bionic Commando, a Breath of Fire, Mega Man Legends, and there's a lot of potential here. They've already made it abundantly clear, that being Capcom, that they want to bring these franchises back, whether it be through collections, whether it be through remakes. I think with some of these games, hey, Dino Crisis, I love Dino Crisis back in the day. I think we need a full-on remake or a new title of that. I don't know how excited I would be to play the original titles just because they are a little bit dated, but I do think there's a lot of potential in new games across all of these Capcom IPs. Alright, and lastly, I do want to note that World War Z's Horde Mode Z has dropped. Saber Interactive continues to kill it in terms of rolling out big updates and free updates at that for World War Z. And they note through a PlayStation blog post, which I'll leave a link to that in the description box below, to combat the zombie hordes, players are given extremely powerful tools, heavy weapons, explosives, and environmental features such as cars that can be blown up. Many of these defenses will be accentuated in the upcoming Horde mode, since there is a more distinct preparation phase in between each increasingly more difficult wave. Players will make use of mortars, electrified fences, barbed wire, claymores, and more. Having a unique universe like World War Z definitely helped in setting us apart from other zombie shooters, but we believe our dedication to create compelling stories with a diverse cast of characters has gone a long way. The huge swarms and technology that went into creating World War Z's massive swarms made us visually stand out, and will show off how well this translates into Horde Mode Z. Again, this update is available right now. Go download it if you do have World War Z. I think it's an excellent game that I also believe it's on sale right now, and even if it's not on sale, it's been going on sale pretty regularly. Jump in with a couple of friends, and I'm telling you guys, there's a great time to be had, especially given that, again, Saber Interactive has been incredibly committed to the game. They've been rolling out more updates, and it just becomes a better and better experience. And Horde Mode Z is out right now. And that's going to conclude this video. Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order 2 in development right now? That looks to be the case. Whether it be Jedi Fallen Order, whether it be titled something differently, whether it be another third-person action Star Wars title, there's obviously more Star Wars games from Respawn to come. A new PlayStation 4 System update is being rolled out today. Capcom has filed some new trademarks for some of their awesome franchises and fan favorites, and World War Z's Horde Mode Z update is out now. That's going to conclude this video. Sound off with all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.